Let's talk about mistakes you can avoid when it comes to making money online. So, if you're just watching me for the first time, my name is Mutema. I am a multi passionate entrepreneur that is focused on helping individuals learn how to monetize their knowledge and skills. So, yeah, like I mentioned, let's talk about 5 mistakes you can actually avoid when you are making money online. So, when it comes to making money online, a lot of people have that mentality or that perception that making money online is just something simple. It's just a matter of pressing a few buttons and voila, you have money in your account. But that's not the case. Making money online is a business on its own. You know, it requires consistency, focus, and it also requires you to avoid certain things in order for you to be able to make money online. So I decided I should share some of the mistakes that I've seen a lot of individuals make. These are also mistakes that I myself actually made when I was just starting out. And yeah, without these mistakes, I feel I would have probably um, gone further than I am right now, but I wasted time making these mistakes. So I have written 5 of them. In case I remember other mistakes as we go on with this lesson, this video, I'll be sure to talk about them. So the first mistake is trying to earn without learning. This one was very difficult for me to accept when I just got started. Okay, I wanted to earn, but then the most important thing that you're supposed to do if you're going to make money online, or not even online, make money in general, is you have to learn. You have to know what you're doing. You have to know what to do in order for you to be able to actually see good results. Okay, so this happens usually when a person is trying to make money online as the last resort. Okay, so they wanted to get employed and then it didn't work out. Tried a physical business, it didn't work out, and now the only option is let me just try this online thing. So the person is already coming into this business setting with that mindset to say, this is my last option, so it just has to work. I need to see the money start coming in, which is very wrong, because just with as with employment, you have to wait until a certain day of the month to get paid. When it comes to making money online, it's even worse because you never really know when it's going to happen. Okay, so when you begin to rush that process whereby you just want to earn, you don't want to take time to learn what you're supposed to do, it uh stops you, or it, what's the right word, it just demotivates you. Okay, like the focus, the zeal is just no longer there because you want to see money and you're not seeing it, so you begin to think maybe what you're doing is not right. But in order for you to avoid that, you need to have a mindset to say, I need to learn. I need to take time to learn this. If you're going to make money as, let's say, maybe you decide to want to make money selling ebooks online, then you need to learn how to write ebooks, how to publish those ebooks. You need to learn how to sell those ebooks. So if you just want to start without actually doing all of those things, you'd be frustrated. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Frustrated. So it will leave you frustrated because you're trying to see results where there has been no action. So it's very important that you don't rush trying to earn when it comes to making money online, but take your time, learn, apply what you learn, and then definitely as time goes on, you'd begin to see the results. And you know, the beauty about learning is once you begin to learn, you begin to understand that these things don't work like magic. So they might not happen immediately, you might not see results immediately, you might not make money like ASAP. You know, it's not blood money where you're just asked to say, no, go and sleep, you wake up and find money. Maybe you would have to go to a mountain. I watch too many Nigerian movies, so yeah, I can tell you it's not blood money. It is something that will require you to put in the work, so you don't have to rush to earn when it comes to make money online. So yeah, the second mistake is, I'm going to marry it actually. I think I've talked about it, and that is the fact that of not being patient. So you're making a very big mistake if you're not trying to be patient with yourself. Uh, you're not a superhero. You don't have superpowers to make things happen there and then. So give yourself some credit. I used to struggle with this a lot because I would compare myself too many times to others. I would see others are doing well. Okay, we're doing the same business, but then I would see others are posting their earnings, and I didn't have anything to show for it myself. And yeah, sometimes I still fall under this trap where I start to compare myself and feel like I'm not doing anything. Yeah, but then what helps me is the realization that I am only human as well. So there are going to be times when what I'm going to do will not work out, and what I need to do is to try again and not give up. So have that in mind when you're just beginning to not even when you're beginning, as long as you're in a business where you're trying to make money online, be patient with yourself. Understand that you're only human. You work with blood, you don't work with petrol or any machinery gas that is going to supercharge you to achieve results faster than they can come. The only thing that you're supposed to do is put in the work, do the right thing. The time will come when results will show. Just do the right thing, put in the work, and be consistent. After that, the results will begin to show on their own. But if you're putting yourself under pressure, trying to control when results will show, that is where the frustration comes in, and that is where the mistakes come in, because you're not going to be patient with yourself, which means you're going to in many instances self-sabotage yourself, okay, whereby you feel like I'm not even good at this, so you stop and then you try to start something else. But who knows, maybe you failed at that point because there was a result, a proper result just around the corner, and before you could even turn on that corner you decide, I'm just going to stop this, it's not even working out anymore. And then you just, you leave your results just by the corner to start something else. So again, you started from square one because you were not patient enough. So yeah, the third mistake to avoid is what? Lack of focus. So when it comes to lack of focus, a lot of individuals have this mistake, especially multi-passionate individuals. I know this very well because I'm a multi-passionate person myself. Okay, you were trying to do too many things at the same time. Today you are doing graphic design, tomorrow, no, I'm a hairstylist, the other day, no, I've decided I'm going to become a course creator. So you are not focusing on one thing, you're focusing on too many things, and that is eating up your brain power, because there's only so much that the brain can focus on. So lack of focus can be in what I've just mentioned here, trying to do too many things at the same time. You're not giving yourself chance to grow. So how I solved this problem myself is I just taught myself to say I have a lot of time to learn and focus on one thing, then afterwards I can add another thing. So every time I know, okay, I'm quite stable and I'm quite knowledgeable about this thing, I would comfort myself and say, okay, I can learn something new. Okay, when I just got started, it was difficult. I remember when I got started with making money online, my main focus at that time was graphic design. And I felt like I was, in a box, like I wanted to come out, but I was just trying to do one thing and it was so difficult for me. So what I did was I just taught myself to say, okay, let me try this for such and such a period. Then after this period, I'm going to try and add another thing, and just like that. So you can do that if you're multi-passionate. Another lack of focus is not being able to, you have one thing already. Some people are so gifted whereby they know that this is the only thing they want to do. And I used to admire such people, but then they already know what they're supposed to do, but then you find that this person is not consistent. They're not focused enough on what they're trying to do. So today they show up, they post something, they post some tips, and then we have to wait until 3 months later to see that person again. So that lack of focus can really cost you when it comes to making money online, because let's face it, social media has a lot of people, and people have a very short attention span, so they can't keep waiting for your content. They will see something else, they will see someone else, and they'll begin to learn from that person. If that person is selling things that you're supposed to be selling, they'll buy from the person who's showing up. So be focused, be consistent when it comes to making money online. Yeah. The other mistake is copying others. Okay. A lot of people want to do things just because, oh, Martha says she's making money online, so this is working for her, let me do this also. But if it's not something that you actually are willing to take the time to learn, or something that you actually have interest to learn, let me tell you something about learning a skill. It's boring. It's most of the time you're required to put in extra work. So if it's not something that you're interested in, and you're only doing it because you saw someone else doing it, you easily get bored. And if you get bored, there's no way you'd be able to complete what you're doing, or you'd be delaying yourself. Okay, you today you start learning, and maybe a course you were supposed to complete in 1 week turns into 3 months, 4 months, because you keep delaying, you keep stopping, you get bored, you stop, you start again, you're wasting your own time. So avoid copying others, but try and do things that you believe, things that you're interested in, things that you believe you have interest in, things that you believe you can actually make it work, not because someone else made it work. And just because it worked for someone else doesn't mean it will work for you as well. Always have that in mind. Okay. I started, there's a part time in my life when I started selling wigs, ladies wigs, because at some point, do I have a wig nearby in case someone doesn't know what I'm talking about? So yeah, this is a wig. So I started selling these at some point in my life because a friend of mine was selling them. And then what happened was, I really didn't have interest in this stuff because, as you can see, I'm a best friend to the barber man. So my friend, on the other hand, was very interested in them, had so much passion. She'd be wearing different wigs, and people would buy from her just by seeing the wigs that she had put on. They would ask her questions. But for me, I didn't have interest, so sometimes I would advertise, sometimes I wouldn't advertise, and I had a pile of them in the shop. And the same business was actually working very well for my friend. She would sell out, she'd be making more and more. And it got to a point where she was now actually asking to buy my wigs so that she can resell them. So this is just to show you that just because something is working for another person doesn't really mean it will work for you too. So always have that in mind. Don't copy others, only if it's something that you really, 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 really want to do as well. Okay. The last mistake that I'm going to share is waiting for the right time. I know it sounds a bit complicated, a bit controversial. There's never a right time. That's the only thing I'm gonna say. There's never a right time. Just start. Get started now. Okay, you waiting for the right time is just you delaying your own dreams, delaying your achievements. Okay, someone would have bought from you today had you started that business yesterday. Okay, that client you were supposed to have today has gone to someone else because you haven't started that business. And you would have become a best-selling author by now had you written that book. Someone would have downloaded that ebook today had you started writing and published it, but you didn't do that. So you might have been invited for a conference today, for an interview, but someone else was invited because since you haven't started and you're waiting for the right time, they've invited someone else who decided that there's never a right time, and any time is an okay time to start. So stop waiting for the right time. Just start. Everything else will work out on its own. Don't try to complicate things that are not complicated. Just get started with whatever it is that you have, wherever you are. Get started. There's no need to. You probably wouldn't be watching this video if I said I'm going to wait for a time when I have ring lights, I have all the equipments that I need and stuff like that. You probably wouldn't have been watching this video, but I've started anyway, so just get started. Don't wait for the right time. So these are a few of the mistakes that you should avoid if you're looking to make money online. I'm going to end here. I hope you learned something. So share with me in the comment section some of the mistakes that you feel you've been making in your own journey, or some of the mistakes that you have seen others make in their journey. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.